So last week I was scrolling through Facebook, I know, out of fashion.
Like you're just sitting there raw dogging reality.
And a friend of mine shared a post by Bandai Namco and he just captioned it with "holy shit." And the post was an announcement of the Elden Ring film, and here's what it said. "We're thrilled to announce that Bandai Namco Entertainment Inc. and A24 are teaming up with writer and director Alex Garland to bring FromSoftware Inc.'s world-renowned video game Elden Ring to life as a live-action film. We're truly excited to bring the world of Elden Ring to fans in a new form outside the game. Stay tuned, the path ahead is only the beginning." Now, when I read that, I felt quite negative towards it. I feel like the story of Elden Ring is so unique and so ambiguous and tarnished and strange that it can only really be told through video game format. And I've said in multiple videos that the appeal of Elden Ring is that it's so ambiguous and that you kind of have to piece it all together yourself. And I don't see how any other medium aside from video games could pull that off. I mean, when was the last time we had a good video game adaptation? I know there's The Last of Us, but that seems to be the outlier. Even The Last of Us Season 2 isn't getting great reviews. So I mean, and the comments on my friend's post echoed that sentiment. Even I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Because how the fuck do you adapt Elden Ring? I mean, Alex Garland himself said that he's a massive fan of the Souls games, but he wouldn't be sure how you would adapt the Souls games because it's so weird. Now, full disclosure, I haven't finished Elden Ring. I'm still playing it, but if you've been watching my YouTube channel, you'll know that it's now a massive part of who I am, and I'm documenting my journey in Elden Ring on this channel, and it means a lot to me. So this announcement coming out as I'm beginning my Elden Ring journey, well, I say I'm more than halfway through now. I'm kind of like, I feel like I need to talk about it. So at first, I was very skeptical. Depending on what day you catch me, I still am quite skeptical. I don't know how I fully feel about it. But the more I've thought about it, the more it's played around in my head a bit, the more I am warming up to the idea. And I'll tell you for why. First of all, A24 do a lot of strange films, and they seem to give a lot of their directors and writers a lot of creative freedom. I don't know, I don't work in film, but from the looks of it, that's what they do. I mean, Midsummer, Hereditary, why are those the only two films I can think of right now? Enemy is an A24 film. That film is really strange, and it doesn't give you a lot to go on. You have to kind of piece the story together, similar to Elden Ring, but in a different way. They also did Everything Everywhere All at Once, which won Oscars and is known for being fucking weird. For me, wasn't my cup of tea, but I do appreciate it, but it just felt like a lot of overstimulation. Plus, I watched it very stoned, so I don't know whether that had a impact on it. And they also made Ex Machina, which is also written and directed by Alex Garland, the guy who's going to be doing the new Elden Ring film. Alex Garland has done a lot of really great films. I think it's really hard to dispute that he's an amazing director and writer. He did Ex Machina, Warfare, Civil War, 28 Days Later, Annihilation, and he's also written some of the Devil May Cry video games, and he's also a massive fan of FromSoftware. It seems like he seems to be really into Elden Ring, be really into Dark Souls and stuff. We were on the Moon Days community Discord, link in the description, and we were talking about this, and the more I was typing in my feelings on the Discord and explaining how I felt about it, the more I realised I might actually be quite into this idea. Don't get me wrong, I am very skeptical and very, very, very cautiously optimistic. I have been burnt by many adaptations in the past. I mean, when Cowboy Bebop was announced, I was actually quite excited, and even when they released the intro, everybody hated it, but I was like, we haven't seen the final product yet, we need to give it a chance. And then it came out, and I couldn't finish the show because it was so bad. This time, I actually have cause to think this could be good, because the director behind it, the writer behind it, the production company behind it, plus it's FromSoftware and it's Elden Ring, I have a lot of faith. But I think the route they need to go down for this film, they can't adapt the game story. That's very unique to the player. It's so all over the place. I don't know how you could condense that into a 2-3 hour film. So what I think they will need to do, and I think this is probably the route they're going to go down, and this seems to be what a lot of people feel as well, is they would need to adapt a certain storyline from the lore of Elden Ring, whether it's Marika and her uprising and then fall. A story about Rykard would be really interesting, but I don't know if that would be a brilliant protagonist to have, maybe an antagonist. I think it'd be really interesting to see the rise of Volcano Manor, how Rykard went against the Round Table and then suddenly turned into this fucking serpent thing and started this giant cult which is against the round table and the two fingers and created the recusants. That would be really interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happened before the shattering, what this world was like, how it came about. But then I don't know if that would be a bit too grand and wide. So what I think might be the best option is to make a character based on one of the character creation models, and you follow that character through their own personal journey. Every Dark Souls experience or Elden Ring experience is personal to the player. There are a lot of people who say that Elden Ring and Dark Souls changed their life. I mean, this is the whole reason why my channel managed to start growing a bit, and I feel like the film would have to capture that somehow with their own original character if it's not going to be based on the lore. But I also think maybe a good idea, and I'm kind of leaning towards this as I think about it more, is, you know how Sin City is an anthology film, like it's all separated into different stories? Maybe that would be a really good approach to this film. Just a bunch of short films that are like anthologized. That's not it, surely. Anthologized. That can't be right. I think maybe the route to go down, because you don't want it to be a generic fantasy film. Like, you don't want it to just be a B-Tech Lord of the Rings or end up being something like The Witcher, or you don't want it to try and copy Game of Thrones or something. I feel like the best way to do it would be to make it super abstract. Like, I want to leave this movie not knowing what the fuck happened. I think that's the best way to go about it. I'm thinking a mix of A Scanner Darkly, Annihilation, and then 2 Alex Garland originals, which are Ex Machina and 28 Days Later. He wrote both of them. Or maybe, and The Green Knight. The Green Knight would be a good example too. Like, just make it really strange so the audience leaves going, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I'm intrigued and I think I might go and watch it again. The world would need to be the main character, especially if they go down the anthology route, which I don't know if they will. I don't think they will, but I think that would be the best way to go about it. But I do think that no matter what, because the world of Elden Ring is so unique and so special, and you spend so long in that world in the game, it does feel like its own entity. It kind of is its own entity. And so I feel like the film would need to somehow emphasize that. So am I looking forward to this film? Yeah, I am. But as I've said, I'm very, very, very cautiously optimistic. I don't know if this is definitely going to work, but I have faith in Alex Garland. I have faith in A24. That's how I feel about the Elden Ring movie that's coming out for a game that I have not yet finished, but means a lot to me. Update on my Elden Ring progress. There'll be a full video next week about Elden Ring, and I'll give you my takes and interpretations, but just to let you know, I've beat Morgoth, I've gone through Leyndell, I'm still doing the Volcano Manor recusants thing, I just beat the guy, that could be anyone, that's where I kind of am. I've got some sick armour, I'm looking good, I'm drippy as fuck. Yeah, I won't lie to you, this week I've been feeling very shit. I've been feeling quite bad about myself, about my life, about what the fuck I'm doing with everything. So playing Elden Ring has really helped me to kind of ground myself, which is weird because it's a hyper abstract fantasy world, but it's really helped me ground myself and figure out what I'm doing. And you know, I really enjoy making these videos. I really love doing them, and I'm going to keep making more Elden Ring content. And after this I will be playing Bloodborne. I'll be doing a series on that, and then I'll be playing Sekiro or Dark Souls, probably Dark Souls, but I really want to play Sekiro. I don't know, I need to decide what I definitely want to do, and I would like to hear from you. What would you like to hear me talk about? I'm definitely going to do more Elden Ring content, don't worry about that, but I'm very interested in what you would think of me doing something else. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about the Elden Ring film coming out. Are you intrigued? And remember, you can join the community Discord, link in the description. You can also become a channel member, and if you leave a like on the video and just subscribe, that would mean a lot. See you later. I've got weird thumbs. Have you noticed that in videos? My whole hands are too big. Look at that. Massive shout out to the channel members. We've got Derek, Arthur, and we've got 2 new members. One of them is called, and I think this is how you say it, I don't know. It's spelled P-W-E-F-U. I think it's Pewfu. Could be completely fucking wrong there. And Split Prune. Thank you so much. You're in the Discord. We have our own chat. Genuinely means a lot that you're willing to be a member of the channel. And hopefully, as the channel grows, we can achieve a lot together and I can offer you a lot of cool content. Thank you so much.